Good morning, racquetball fans. We are here at the 2015 Monterrey Open, and this is the moment that we've been building to all weekend. It's the finals of the Monterrey Open, and the most exciting part is that our two finalists are competing today for their first ever WRT title. So the first competitor that I will introduce today is Jaime Martell. He's seeded number 5 here this weekend from Chihuahua, Mexico. He's been competing all weekend for this moment. This is his very first final ever with the WRT, and he's very excited to be here. He will be playing today against the number 3 seed, who's making his second ever final appearance, Pereia. So this will be very exciting for both players as they have been working hard all weekend, and now there's a lot on the line because this will be the second to last event of the year and give them the bragging rights of saying that they've now won their first ever WRT championship. We're going to take it down to the court now where these players are ready to get it started. So here we go. Let's take a look. Looks like the ref is deciding who will serve first. We have Jaime Martell in all black, sporting the Gearbox headband, and Pereia in the Gearbox Drive Fit navy jersey there on the right. Both players from Mexico. And anything can happen. Here we go. Pereia will start off serving first. Andre from San Luis Potosi with his family in tow. His sister is also a pro. She plays on the LPRT, Jessica Pereia. And his father and coach is sitting in the audience today, Fabian Pereia. So I'm sure Andre will be looking off to the sidelines, getting some advice from his father throughout the entire match. This is now game 1 of the 2015 Monterrey final. Jaime Martell starting with a side out. If you guys want to follow along with the draw at home, you can go to bit.ly/MTY2015. You'll see Martell defeated Ecuadorian Juan Francisco Cueva, and that was in round 16s. Then he defeated Anthony Herrera, upset him. Anthony is the number 4 seed here in the quarterfinals in a tense tiebreaker. And last night in the semifinals, he defeated the young 16 and under current World Junior champion, Christian Longoria. Ooh. 1-1 now. Oops. Nice side out for Pereia. Pereia defeating Alan Natera in round 16s, then Nicolai Miramontes in the quarterfinals, and last night he defeated Edson Martinez in the semis. All right, and a point for Pereia, pumping himself up out there on the court. Nice get, both players hitting the floor. And picking each other up. That's nice to see too as well. Good sportsmanship from the players. Nice reach from Pereia. Oh, and a skip means there's a side out for Jaime Martell. Some nice rallies so far here to open up game one of our final. Now, as I said, both Jaime Martell and Andre Pereia are fighting for their first ever WRT championship. This is a big moment for both these young players. Jaime Martell, 22 years old from Chihuahua, Mexico, and Andre Pereia, 19 years old from San Luis. A little bit of deception there from Andre Pereia. I think this will be a fun match to watch as both players are not necessarily known for their power, but more for long rallies and some strategy as well. So this will be a really great racquetball matchup here this morning. Short serve. Ooh, just out of reach there for Jaime Martell. Nice shot selection from Jaime Martell. Looks like both players so far utilizing that pinch shot. Second serve. Jaime Martell up by 1 so far in this close opening to our first game. 3 serving 2. Great selection there from Jaime Martell. Caught Andre kind of running in a circle there around the court. Now we've talked this weekend about that sidewall glass, which is something unique here at the club Alpino Chipinque. That sidewall glass gets a lot of glare. This is an indoor-outdoor facility here in Monterrey, so you're seeing a lot of natural light. There's a lot of people sitting in the stands, and that gearbox black ball gets hard to track into that corner. So I think we've seen Jaime starting to use that sidewall to his advantage, and we'll see how this fares for both players. There's a point for Andre. Nice overhand shot from Jaime Martell for the side out. Martell still leading by 1. Jaime looking comfortable there from the center of the court for another point. There's that nice reverse pinch from Andre Pereia for the side out. We see Andre looking off to the side of the court there. He's looking at his father and coach Fabian Pereia, who coaches him throughout the year. Normally when Fabian's not here, he's calling and texting Andre, but the family made it out to Monterrey for the tournament this weekend. Jessica was playing in the women's division, and Andre in his second ever final here in Monterrey. Andre's first final appearance was back in May 2015 at the Colombia Open, where he faced off against Alex Cardona, who he's played several times before. And now his second appearance here against Jaime Martell. Ooh, great get from Pereia. Another long rally here in game one, and as I mentioned, both players are strong in long rallies, so that's going to keep it really exciting here in our finals match today. Some great play from both players. Again, they're both vying for their first ever WRT title. Wow, nice rollout from deep in the court by Jaime Martell, looking really strong right now in game one. Andre Pereia feeling the pressure, gonna go ahead and take a timeout, see if he can break Martell's momentum. We'll be right back with more of our final live from Monterrey. And we're back live at El Pino Chipinque in Monterrey, Mexico for our Monterrey Open final event here, where we have Jaime Martell in the lead 7 over Andre Pereia with 3 points. Very exciting as both players going for their first ever championship. This is a very exciting moment for both. Martell looking strong right now. Both players known for their long rallies. Anything can happen. Between the legs from Pereia. That was a tough ball from Jaime Martell. Both players seem to be hitting it very hard to each other there, though, in the center court. Ooh, nice diving get from Jaime Martell for the point. Seems to be putting a lot of pressure on Andre Pereia right there in the center of the court. 9 serving 3 now in game 1. Now remember, Jaime Martell seeded number 5. So Andre Pereia seeded number 3 would be the favor here in this event. Jaime in the zone right now. Big side out there for Andre Pereia, looking to the sidelines again at his father. Nice get from Pereia. And another flat shot there from the back of the court, Jaime Martell. Jaime Martell's forehand looking pretty strong. Andre had to take a moment there. Second serve. Now both Jaime Martell and Andre Pereia are qualified right now as the most improved players on the WRT. We're doing a first ever year-end awards with the players. Ooh, bit of a collision there. A jumping Pereia onto Jaime Martell's back. So as I was saying, we're doing a first ever WRT year-end awards. The awards include Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, a Sportsmanship Award, and the Most Improved Player. Both Jaime and Andre are nominated for Most Improved Player. If you guys want to find out who wins, we'll be posting it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, of course, and we'll also be streaming it next weekend after the finals of the Alamo City Open on Sunday. There we go, Pereia with another point off a pinch. Looking strong with the pinches here today. Wow, nice cross court from Jaime Martell, burying that deep in the corner. Andre making a great effort to get there. Jaime strong from deep in the court today with a couple of rollouts from back in the court. Short serve. Oh, that's tough, just short there for the front wall. Tight up against that side wall glass. Side out for Andre Pereia. Andre looking off to the sidelines at his father, Fabian Pereia, who telling him to switch up that serve. Another great rally in game one. Both players moving well on the court. Pereia getting pretty intense there with his coach Fabian on the side. Ooh, skip for Jaime he had. Pereia still on the ground. Couldn't capitalize on that shot. These players are going hard at it today, as both of them going for their first WRT championship. Jaime Martell in his first ever final, Andre Pereia in his second finals appearance. Side out for Andre. A lot of diving from both players is leaving the court a little wet, so they make sure it's dry enough. Jaime Martell gonna go ahead and call a timeout. We'll be right back with more of game one of our 2015 Monterrey Open final in just a moment. And we're back live from Alpino Chipinque in Monterrey, Mexico, where we have Jaime Martell with 10 points over Andre Pereia with 6. Jaime Martell calling that timeout, seeing if he can shake up Pereia a little bit and get the side out. Pereia will start out serving after this timeout. Don't forget, folks, next weekend there is more racquetball with the WRT. We'll be live in San Antonio for the Alamo City Open with a different mix of players. And don't forget to tune in for that next weekend. We'll start the live broadcast on Saturday at 10 a.m. with the quarterfinals Central Time. Skip there for Jaime, that side out not going the way he wanted to, and there's a point for Andre Pereia. Big rip from Martell as he had his feet planted and just kind of waiting on that one in the center of the court. Great effort from Pereia, running all over the court. Oh my gosh, he got it. Oh. Oh, wow, incredible rally. Andre Pereia running all over the court. And it paid off, he won that rally. The crowd loving that. Unfortunate skip there for Martell. Martell not making great decisions out there with his shot selection, and Andre not giving up. Great racquetball here today. And a point for Andre. Oops. Definitely has the crowd on his side here. His mother and sister are in the crowd along with Fabian Pereia, his coach, cheering him on. 8 serving 10. Diving get, not making it, and another point for Andre Pereia as he closes the gap against Jaime Martell, 9 serving 10. Amazing how the momentum can just switch like that. We saw Jaime Martell in control earlier in the game. Andre Pereia switching up his serve, gaining several points off of that, and now within 1 of tying it up. These guys are leaving it all out there in game 1. There's a lot of sweat on the court. The courts are dark too. The floor is dark, excuse me. So it's a little hard to see those wet spots. We saw some slips last night for sure in the semis. Andre Pereia on a 7-point run now. Jaime Martell hasn't scored any against Andre Pereia's 7 points. All tied up now. I thought, oh, looks like we got a wet spot. We're gonna replay it. I think it's a wet ball. Jaime pretty upset with that call, looking for some support from the crowd to see if it really was a wet ball. Either way, they're gonna replay it. Great diving get from Andre. Ooh. Skip for Martell. And Pereia now in the lead. Andre Pereia had switched up that serve, the high lob Z serve to the right side. And that's what's gotten him the last 8 points, well, as he's been serving here against Jaime Martell. Replay Hinder. Wow. Great shot from Andre. (12 serving 10 in game 1. Just like that, Andre Pereia is in the lead. Andre Pereia is also the higher seed here today, seeded number 3 against Jaime Martell's number 5. Apparently this wet court is a bit of an issue. And a side out there for Jaime Martell. He's going to call a timeout, as he traditionally does when he steps into the service box. Let's see if he can shake up Andre Pereia's rhythm here by switching up his serve as well. We'll be right back with more of game 1. We're back live in Monterrey for the finals of the Monterrey Open. Do have a little bit of an update to share. Last night, or yesterday, excuse me, in the quarterfinals, Rodrigo Montoya had to cancel his quarterfinal early against Christian Longoria due to a knee injury. We did get word this morning that he's at the doctor, and it looks like they're going to have to go in and take a look at what's wrong with his knee. So, again, we ask you keep Montoya in your thoughts and send him good thoughts here. Now, right now, we have Jaime Martell in his first ever final appearance, down by 2 in game 1, calling that timeout as he stepped into the service box, trying to shake up Andre Pereia's newfound lead. Oh, looks like that wet ball is now coming back to haunt Andre Pereia. It's going the other way. It is an interesting day here today in Monterrey. It's a little cool, but the sun hasn't come out, so I think that's adding a little bit to the slipperiness of that floor. It's overcast in Monterrey. Hasn't really dried up yet. All right, score is still 10 serving 12. Some serious inspection over that floor spot. They're going to replay. And a side out for Andre Pereia. A controlled half-speed shot from Andre there for the side out. Skip for Pereia. Now we see a point for Martell. Second serve. Side out for Andre. Now, former Monterrey Open champions do include Gil Mejia in 2013 and Polo Gutierrez in 2014, none of which were in attendance here this weekend. Polo Gutierrez actually undergoing some elbow surgery this weekend. We hope to see him return healthy for 2016. Both players really sticking to that corner over there. And a point for Andre makes it 13-11. Tensions are high here at Alpino Chipinque. This now is Andre's first game point. Here we go, 14-11. And with that, Andre Pereia wins game 1, 15-11. A great effort so far in game 1 from both players. We'll be back with more from Andre Pereia and Jaime Martell with game 2 in just a few moments.
Well, our goal is to, give them the chance to perform and to play. I think that's the biggest thing. We want to help them reach their dreams, and playing is their ultimate dream. Getting to the top is their ultimate dream. You don't you don't get there unless you are able to play in those tournaments and travel around the world and compete. I think another way is for them to get training on how to become a professional of what they do, not just on the court but off the court, and understanding that there's value in them and a lot of different aspects of their life. This is just one aspect of their life.
And we're back live for the 2015 Monterrey Open final, where we have Andre Pereia winning game one, 15-11 over Jaime Martell. Now in game one there at the end, Andre Pereia went on a 12-1 point run that all started when he changed up his serve to the high lob Z serve. So interesting how that can make such a difference. And now these players going to start off here in game two. And as I've been saying the entire match, both players going for their first ever WRT championship title. So there's a lot on the line for both players. This is very exciting. Jaime Martell in his first ever final appearance here this weekend. Andre Pereia in his second ever finals appearance. Both players from Mexico. Andre Pereia, 19 years old, from San Luis Potosí, and Jaime Martell, 22, from Chihuahua. We already got a little wet court situation. These guys are working hard here. We saw a pretty tight game one with a big points run from Andre Pereia. He's got to be feeling pumped up right now. Andre is the higher seed, seeded number 3 this weekend over Jaime's number 5. And another side out. No points earned yet in game 2. Another side out means we still have no score yet in game 2. Andre sticking with the high lob Z serve. Worked for him in game 1. Ooh, and Jaime with a cross court. There we have Andre Pereia talking with his coach there off the side of the court, Fabian. Nice, strong shot, forehand for Jaime Martell there from front of the court. We saw that from him in game 1. Let's see if he can stay strong with that in game 2. Skip for Andre. Martell in the lead 2-0 now in game 2. Andre pumping himself up. A nice swing there from the back of the court. And a point for Andre. Two now, all tied up in game 2. Nice get from Andre. Oh, and a skip. Looks like he hit Martell, excuse me. I think they're gonna replay that. Still 2-2. Nice down the line from Andre, putting him in the lead now for the first time in game 2. Side out for Jaime. And there's a point for Martell that's going to tie it up now, 3-3. Diving Jaime Martell just out of reach for him. He gives a side out to Andre. We got a wet court. These guys are going to wipe it down. Don't forget, for those of you watching, you can follow along with the WRT on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at World Arball Tour. Plus, you can check out past events on our YouTube, where we keep all of our past events archived on youtube.com/World Racquetball. And next weekend, the WRT will be in San Antonio, Texas for the 2015 Alamo City Open. That's going to close out the WRT 2015 season. We'll also be giving out a special and first time ever player awards. We will be having the Player of the Year, which is the player who ends in the #1 ranked position. We'll also be giving out a Most Improved award, which Jaime and Andre are both nominated for, as well as Rookie of the Year and the Sportsmanship Award. So follow us on social media, and we will definitely be posting those updates there as well. Andre Pereia sticking with that high lob Z serve, getting him some more points. He's now up 5-3. Jaime Martell going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with more of game 2 between Andre Pereia and Jaime Martell. And we're back live at Alpino Chipinque in Monterrey, Mexico for our 2015 Monterrey Open final. We are in game 2 where Andre Pereia is in the lead 6-3 over Jaime Martell. Pereia winning game 1, 15-11. Anything can happen, as we saw in game 1. We had Andre Pereia go on a 12-1 point run against Jaime Martell to come back and win game 1. Jaime doing a great job of moving Andre around the court for that side out. And a skip for Martell makes it a side out for Andre. Ooh, Martell with another big rollout from the back of the court. He's been shooting those really well today. Ooh. There's a point for Jaime. Keeping it competitive here. Both players going for their first WRT championship. They're going to leave it all out here today. Both Jaime Martell and Andre Pereia are Gearbox sponsored players. If you guys want to check out the gear and the rackets that they're using, go to gearboxrb.com. Perfect time for the holidays. I'm sure some people you know would love some Gearbox products for holiday gifts. Ooh, nice get from Martell, reaches that front wall. And a side out. Nice effort from both players. Looks like we have a broken ball. Go ahead and swap that out. Feels like the match has slowed down a little bit as Andre Pereia takes control over the match. Not too good for Jaime Martell. I think he excels a little bit more at a faster pace, so it'll be interesting to see if he can gain back some momentum here. Pick up the pace and gain control. Nice return from Andre. That ball kind of dying in the back of the court. Wow, another long rally. Probably the first long rally in game 2. Both players excelling at long rallies, and we're seeing that high competition here. There's a if Martell wants to make a comeback, he's going to have to keep pushing Pereia in rallies like that. And with that, Andre Pereia is going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll be right back with more as things start heating up and taking more speed in game 2. More back live in Monterrey for the 2015 Monterrey Open Finals. We have Jaime Martell with 4 points and Andre Pereia with 6 points. Both young players here on the WRT nominated for Most Improved Player. We'll be announcing those at our year-end event next weekend in San Antonio, Texas for the 2015 Alamo City Open to close out the 2015 WRT season. Nice diving get from Martell. Andre with confidence in that shot. I think it's going to be key for Martell to keep Pereia moving around out there on the court. Pereia looking really confident there with that pinch. Ooh. I'm not sure what Martell is looking for. Looking for the hinder. Looks like the ref thinks he had enough room to get there. Jaime not agreeing. Eight serving 4. Nice down the line from Jaime Martell. Andre Pereia missing the easy setup. And Martell's going to side him out. 4 serving 8. And a point for Martell as he waves his finger at Pereia. There's an avoidable hinder. skip there for Martell, going to give Pereia a point. Looks like this match could come down to mental focus and consistency. That's going to be a defining factor here between these two players. If Jaime Martell can keep his mental focus, he can put himself right back in this match. Wow. Pereia pointing his finger there in the back of the court. His father, Fabian Pereia, coaching him point by point here in Monterrey. Andre switched up his serve, and Jaime having trouble adjusting to it. That seemed to work for Andre in game 1, and Jaime still struggling with it here in game 2. Skip for Pereia in the back of the court. Here's Jaime's opportunity now. He's going to call a timeout as he steps into the service box. We'll be right back with more of game 2 right after this. And we're back live in Monterrey for the finals, where Jaime Martell steps into the service box and calls a timeout, seeing if he can regain mental focus, which I think is important in game 2 for Jaime. Here we go, 5 serving 11. Just out of reach for Jaime. Nice shot selection from Andre. Had an issue with a wet floor all match as Andre continues to check the floor. Andre sticking with the lob-Z serve. And Jaime was able to answer back for the side out. And then he skips, and it's a side out for Pereia. We've been stuck here a little bit. Both players definitely seem to have slowed down some momentum in game 2. Pereia switching up that serve, but Jaime answering back and puts himself in a position now to score some points. And another side out. Still 11 serving 5 in game 2. Martell handling that high lob Z serve quite well to the forehand with another side out. Got that left court, they're gonna wipe that down. Both players working hard out here at El Pino Chipinque in Monterrey, Mexico. This is the 3rd time the WRT has been in Monterrey. Former champions include 2013 Gil Mejia, 2014 Polo Gutierrez. And today, whether it's Andre Pereia or Jaime Martell, they will be winning their first ever WRT championship. We'll get a few words from the winner after the match, so make sure you guys don't go anywhere. We'll hear from the new champ. Of course, we love to hear from our fans, so hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. Let us know who you think is going to be crowned the WRT Monterrey Open champion for 2015. Will it be number 3, Andre Pereia, or number 5, Jaime Martell? Hit us up at Facebook and Twitter at World Arball Tour. Jaime getting to the balls front and back, then behind the back. Another great rally in game 2. That's what we want to see. Getting some love from the crowd. That was definitely an intense rally. Pereia trying to find the serve that's going to work against Jaime Martell, and so far, Martell answering back. And a point for Jaime Martell with a big swing in the back of the court. 6 serving 11. There's a controlled shot from Pereia for the side out. Ref's gonna call the replay. Jaime missing an opportunity there. And Andre calling the timeout in game 2. We'll be right back with more from Andre Pereia and Jaime Martell in our Monterrey final in just a few moments. And we're back live in game 2 of our Monterrey Open final, where Andre Pereia is serving with 11 points over Jaime Martell 6. Pereia really having some trouble here in game 2, finding a serve that works against Jaime Martell, who's done a great job of answering back now in game 2 against Pereia's switching the serve. And another side out. And a point for Andre Pereia, switching up that serve to the wallpaper serve. And it worked. Tough rally. See if he sticks with that wallpaper serve. He does. Up against that sidewall glass. Nice get. Ooh, that's tough. Pereia pumping himself up out there now with 13 points. Those wallpaper serves are working now. 2 in a row, 2 points in a row. (13-6). Andre Pereia in a really good position right now to take his first ever WRT championship title. Jaime is asking for the hinder, and he's been talking a lot with the ref here in game 2, and I think maybe that's been part of some of his mental struggle here in game 2. There's a point for Andre, and now in his first match point. Oh. Andre came back to that lobsy serve, but Jaime was waiting for it. Looks like Pereia was asking for encroachment, but our referee, Gerardo Franco, is not going to go for it. Jaime Martell calling a timeout now. We'll be back as things are heating up and rising out there in game 2 of our Monterrey final. And we're back live in game 2 of our final at the Monterrey Open, where Jaime Martell steps back into the service box and calls a timeout as he sides out Andre Pereia on his first match point. Score is 6-14, and things are getting pretty tense out there. We've seen some great long rallies in game 2, and Jaime Martell is holding on. We've seen Jaime come from a bigger deficit than this, so anything can happen. Ref's gonna call the replay. Side out for Andre Pereia. Nice pinch to put him now back in the service box for his second match point opportunity in the finals of the Monterrey Open. If he can close out the match right now, he will be winning his first ever WRT title. Side out as Martell answers back. Not ready to go down just yet. We've seen Jaime Martell, I think his greatest deficit was at the Midwest Championships in the semifinals against Jake Bredenbeck. He came back to win game 1 from a 1-14 deficit, winning game 1 15-14. Bredenbeck did continue on to beat him and won his second WRT championship there at the Midwest Championships. And a point for Jaime Martell. Again, we see another controlled shot from Andre Pereia to side out Jaime Martell, and his third match point, serving now. Diving get from Pereia. Another dive. Great get. Pereia keeping it alive. And Martell siding out Pereia again. His third time siding him out on match point. Definitely have to say Jaime's mental focus is really strong right now in the second half of game 2. And then he skips it. Andre Pereia now, 4th match point opportunity in the finals of our Monterrey Open. Nice diving get from Martell off the back glass. Soft touch from Pereia. Pereia calling 2 bounces. Gerardo calls it good, which means Martell sides him out for the 4th time on match point. Martell really holding on here. Not gonna let Pereia run away here with the title. This is the type of excitement and mental focus that we want to see in our final. Andre Pereia sides him out. He's going to go ahead and call a timeout. See if he can break the cycle of Martell siding him out on match point. We're going to take a quick break. Anything can happen. You'll find out when we return with more of game 2. And we're back live in our final where Andre Pereia has his 5th match point opportunity. He called that timeout to see if he could break Jaime's cycle of siding him out on match point. So Pereia hits Jaime, and now we're going to replay it because if things weren't tense enough, we're going to try this final point again here for Andre Pereia. Technically, I guess still his 5th match point opportunity if we replay. Feels like 6. And Jaime sides him out again. 5 times siding him out on match point. It's got to be frustrating for Andre Pereia. Can't seem to close out the match here. Just out of reach there for Jaime in the back corner, sort of up against that side glass. And now Andre Pereia with his 6th match point opportunity. They've been having some trouble with the wet floor as these two have been diving all over the floor throughout game 1 and 2 the entire match. Leaving it all out there as they're both going for their first ever championship. And now Andre Pereia with his 6th opportunity to close out the match. Let's see what he can do. Second serve. And Martell sides him out again. This has got to be taking a toll on Pereia. We're going to wipe down that court again. As I mentioned, these two sweating a lot out there. Now that serve had been working for Andre Pereia earlier in game 1 and game 2, but Martell able to adjust and start answering back. And Andre, in the second half of game 2, has been struggling to find the serve that works against Martell. Jaime Martell doing a great job of siding out on match point and holding on here. He hasn't been able to score many points of his own, so let's see if he can get to 8 right now. And he skips it. All right, 7th game match point opportunity for Andre. Andre looking off to the sidelines at his father, Fabian, who's been coaching him all match. And with that, Andre Pereia wins his first ever WRT championship, 15-7 over Jaime Martell. An incredible effort from both players as Jaime was able to side out Andre 6 times there in game 2. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break before we bring Andre back on the broadcast and get some words from him. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds with Andre.
Well, our goal is to, give them the chance to perform and to play. I think that's the biggest thing. We want to help them reach their dreams, and playing is their ultimate dream. Getting to the top is their ultimate dream. You don't get there unless you are able to play in those tournaments and travel around the world and compete. I think another way is for them to get training on how to become a professional of what they do, not just on the court but off the court, and understanding that there's value in them in a lot of different aspects of their life. This is just one aspect of their life.
And we're back live at the 2015 Monterrey Open final with our new champion, Andre Pereia. Congratulations, Andre. This is your first ever WRT championship. How are you feeling? That was quite the battle there.
I'm feeling really good. It was a really tough match. Martell is a really good player. He had a great tournament. We had a crazy finish with, I don't know how many game points I had.
You won on the 7th. He sided you out 6 times on match point.
Damn, I was getting desperate, but my coach, my dad, Fabian Parrilla, helped me a lot, and I could finish it with a cross court shot. I'm really excited now. I'm pretty happy and ready for the next one.
Yeah, so how do you kind of keep your focus there? We see, Fabian coaching you a lot there from the sidelines. You're looking to him often off the side of the court. How does that work for you? How does that feel for you? What's that like out there?
It's super difficult for us because, he's my dad and he's my coach too, but we argue a lot.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that.
Yeah, but at the end, he make me calm, and he's really technical, so he helped me a lot, and I like that a lot from him.
All right, well, congratulations. What an accomplishment. Way to kind of close out 2015 for you. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing you next weekend at the Alamo City Open. Is that right?
Yeah, I won't go because we have a tournament, special tournament in my hometown, and it's the last one of the year, so I want to be there, and why not win it again? I'm going to give all, but thanks to the Gearbox Racquetball and all my sponsors, Ambas Muti, Muebles Venecia, Gros Escobedo, and Victor Ovalle, mi psicólogo. And my girlfriend, I love you. And my sister
Oh,
too,
and
yeah, of course, my family.
Jessica giving some notes on the side. Well, congratulations. Such a great accomplishment. Way to close out 2015 for you here with the WRT, and we'll see you again in 2016.
Yeah, it was great for me, and yeah, hope to see you next year.
All right. Well, of course, thank you all for watching. Give us a nice congratulations. We'll be posting about the updates on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so make sure you follow us at World Arball Tour. And thank you all for watching and supporting the WRT. We'll be back next weekend live on Saturday from the Alamo City Open, so you don't want to miss our year-end event. We'll also be announcing the player awards, so stay tuned with us next week, and thanks for watching.